Whoops. That was just us. Sorry, everybody. We're going live right now. All right, everybody. We're here again. We're live. Welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and this is The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, episode 18. How's it going, everybody?
Doing good, doing good. Excited.
Awesome. Yeah, so we are back for our weekly Feywild adventure. We had a lot going on the channel lately. Last week we had 3 streams. Today's Witchlight, obviously. Tomorrow we've got Skyhorn Lighthouse, which I'll show a promo for in a second. But yeah, welcome. If this is the first time you're watching Wild Beyond the Witchlight, well, unfortunately, gotta tell you, really should stop, go back, watch all our other episodes. This is episode 18. You wouldn't start Breaking Bad at episode 18. Right?
And
You're right.
I did, and then I stopped at just like 23, and then I picked up again at 32. I just, I try to keep them guessing,
18 is when it starts getting good.
Well, you're such a benevolent DM, Bob, that if they don't want to watch the whole thing, they can just go back and watch our recap episode.
That's right.
That's true.
It's true.
We'll link that somewhere below.
And the
or
easiest
above.
way to get access to that is if you subscribe.
Look at this. I've trained you all so well. Subscribe.
Well, now
Right
I
now.
don't like that I said
Hit
that.
the bell
CJ
button.
would be proud.
CJ would love it. Here's what you do, everybody. Take your mouse. Go down below the video. There's a red button that says subscribe. Click on that with your mouse or your finger if it's a phone, okay? And then you're done. You can hit the bell if you'd like to get notifications whenever we go live with a new video. And don't forget to like this video if you haven't done it already. Now, enough of the
Also,
shameless...
if you're on Twitch, it's purple, not red.
Yeah.
Just not to alienate the Twitchers.
I do. I feel like I alienate the Twitchers.
It's
that-
all right. You got a big YouTube following.
That's it. The focus is on the YouTube, but Twitch, we love you too. All right, so follow on Twitch. You can subscribe there as well. It's a purple button, as Randall said. And so let's talk about what's going on here on the channel. We have Wild Beyond the Witchlight here, which is Tuesday night episodes, and then we've got here it is. Yep. Oh, look at this, everybody. It is The Secrets of Skyhorn Lighthouse, the D&D 5e adventure from the Arcane Library, featuring some of my YouTube friends, Wargamer Fritz, Esper the Bard, Sarah the Hype Goblin, and Jordan from Flute Salute. This is our 3rd episode, but it is actually the finale. All right, so that is going to be the final episode. We're right at the end of this great adventure. We didn't play 2 weeks ago, but we are playing the finale tomorrow, so we'll have a little bit of a recap, get everybody caught up, and then dive right into the big finale, see how this mystery ends. So that's tomorrow, and then next week we're back with the full repertoire. We've got Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Tomoa-chan, and Keep on the Borderlands. All 3. Isn't that fun? It's great.
A lot of good stuff coming up.
Definitely. Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
When is
And I got some-
Supernatural 20 making a comeback?
It's
It's
coming.
been a while.
I know, it's coming. Those episodes are harder to plan because they take so dang long, as you know. As
I
you
don't
know.
know. Yes, very well.
I heard a rumor about some battle royale sort of craziness. I don't know where I heard that. I feel like I just heard it somewhere through the grapevine.
I think you heard it from our private Discord channel on Tabletop, Bob, for just the players. I think you might have heard about that.
And Bob, how can you gain access to that? Discord
Well, you can gain access to Discord. It's down below in the description. However, they will never gain access to the secrets that you will know in the Heroes Lounge, because you are all the heroes. So, but
Ooh.
Randall just gave away a little bit of a secret there. We got something in the works. All right, it's coming this summer. We're gonna do something. All right. The words battle.
We had also talked about it previously on this.
No, we haven't. Have we?
During this game, I think we talked about it during the recap.
Maybe.
I think we
Battle-
joked about it.
Yeah, I think we had talked about it during the recap a bit. It was just like we were joking about it. Like, oh my god, that would be so cool.
Yeah, battle and royale. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. So let's talk about this battle that we've got going here. This battle for Prismeer. We're at episode 18, so we're kind of, we're not going to summarize everything we've done so far, but we are in the land of Thither, the second domain of Prismeer. Thither is what you would consider the stereotypical enchanted forest. It actually doesn't seem all that changed, per se. You have met some strange creatures. You've eaten some strange cookies. And even stranger, you've encountered this lake that doesn't seem to want you to go to it. And that we're going to dive right into today. Let's introduce the characters. Let's start with, let's see here. We'll go bottom left and we'll do a shoehorn here. So, horseshoe, I mean. We'll go with Dasha, Mike, Christian, and Randall. That's going to be the order this time. Go ahead.
If you ever don't make me go first, I'm going to be concerned. I'm going to be like,
sure
what's
what you
wrong
mean.
with Bob today? What happened?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Hello, everyone. I'm playing Siggy, the fairy rogue. She is living her best life in Nether. She is loving this enchanted forest. She was made for this. She is enjoying picking up random cookies off the ground. She's ignoring all of Quentin's scolding. Boomy is fully enabling her. She helped tame it's an owl bear, right? She just decided that it was going to be a good idea to tame a random one. It was already tamed, thankfully, but now they have that to ferry them around. She's having a good time.
Yeah, Siggy ended up really taking a liking to the owlbear. Although, you're not the only one. I think, Christian, you probably...
Yes.
The owlbear seems to like you a lot, too. Let's talk about you in a second. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you have a character for the second time? Third
This
time?
will be the third time.
Third episode.
Third time.
Gotcha.
So yes, I am playing Oscar, a professor from Waterdeep who has been lost in the Feywild for some time and is looking to find a way home, and kind of hitched on with this ragtag group who he now has growing concerns about due to watching them eat cookies off the floor in a forest. So yeah, that's Oscar's kind of like, what did I get myself into? Who are these people? But
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, who are they? Well, tell us who they are. Christian, who are you playing?
Hi, everyone. I'm playing Boomy, the Asmar cleric. And yeah, just like Siggy, he is roaming around these lands, eating anything he can find that looks remotely edible that he can eat. Taming this owl bear. I think I held a carrot, almost like food, in front of this owl bear to get us around. I'm surprised it hasn't sort of attacked us yet, to be honest.
To be clear, it was
yeah.
some sort of meat or jerky that you
That's
held
right.
in the...
That's
you
right.
dangled it like a carrot.
Yes. This was all after we saved the talking mushroom. So it's kind of a wild
campestry.
episode. Yeah.
It was a wild episode. Let's go to Randall.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Quentin Queen, human eloquence bard, who is, was for a short time the only adult in the group, and is very happy to have Oscar now with them, as he has great manners, seems to be well read, and is most importantly able to rent a car legally.
That's
I
good.
think Siggy's even old enough to drive a car.
Yeah.
Is
California
She
Siggy-
just has her
is.
learner's permit. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. She can drive a car, just not past 9 p.m.
No. You see these overlays. I think it's the second week we've had the overlays. I like being able to see everybody and chat. You know, when Randall says something witty and clever, we can all laugh about it, and everybody sees that. I did this to all my streams now because I think this is more fun, right? But last week we were playing with Keep on the Borderlands in this sort of setup, and Jeff made a point. You got to be careful now because when it's not your turn to introduce, you can't pick your nose. You can't eat any food. Like it's you're on now. So yeah, how did you feel being exposed like this all the time?
I'm fine. I'm just wondering if Jeff was speaking from experience of getting caught doing
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I just do that stuff anyway.
Poor Jeff.
So
Sure you don't. Sure.
No, I said I just do that stuff anyway. I didn't say
Oh.
I don't do that. I
thought
do
you
that
said-
stuff anyway. I don't care. I mean, I don't care.
Just, picking the nose. You can pick your
Yeah.
nose, and you can pick your friends. I think that's how the phrase goes, right? That's it.
That's it. You got it.
That's
I
it.
think that's
Oh, yeah.
the one.
Yeah. Good. Well,
You can pick your nose with your friends. That's my favorite activity. Actually.
hey now, that's not. Well, I guess it's okay. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I mean, just don't pick your friend's nose.
No,
Only
I don't think that's
your
part
own.
of the saying, though.
Only your own.
So everybody, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, we're here at the Wayward Pool. This is a lake. You have, you came upon this lake after meeting several very interesting creatures in the woods. You met Nib, the old man who blindfolded himself, had a treasure trove that he would use the gold and all the valuables to weave into some sort of like golden silk, and then he made items out of it. In fact, he gave each of you a special magical item, trying to atone for his sins. Scabatha Nightshade, the hag who rules this domain, she has cursed him and placed him there for all eternity to just be, abused by the spirits of the people he's wronged in his previous life. And you agreed to help him by trying to lift that curse. He's obviously staying in the cave. He can't leave. You're headed off to go and maybe find Scabatha. He told you about a few other things too. There are kids in the woods that you noticed wanted posters for. One for Will of the Wild. Will of the Wild's the leader of the Getaway Gang. This is a rowdy bunch of children who always make trouble in these lands. That's what he told you, at least. And then you head to you're heading north when you found the buttered campestry about to be eaten by a goblin, and you saved the buttered campestry. And then you went to the Wayward Pool where you can't get to it. You just can't. Every time Siggy tried to fly right to it, you always were diverted, seemingly against your will, and you can't really ever get to the shoreline. So you were stuck there. Pondering what to do, you looked around and saw a figure headed your way. Someone who is definitely half man, half horse, a centaur. At the distance, though, you don't know who he is, you don't know what he's about, but he's headed your way. And I think that's it, right? Good for a recap? Anything I missed?
You mentioned how we tried to go into the portal and they got spits us back out.
I think I did, yeah, but
Okay.
you also tried a few other things, like Randall, what did you do?
Quentin tried to Misty Step past
Yeah,
the edge, thinking that it was a
That's right.
barrier, not just the pool itself.
that's right.
Did not
Yeah.
did not work.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, I mean, you tried a couple of different things, and you really did try, but unfortunately, you're kind of stuck with really no answers here. So let's see what the centaur knows. Ready to start?
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
Literally.
here we go. The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. All right, so you're lakeside, and because I feel like it's been a while, I am going to read the description of the lake. You can see mist drifting over the surface of the small lake. Forested crags line the shore on one side, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky islet. And from the northwest, you see a figure approaching the centaur. What do you want to do before the centaur gets there?
Is there any place to hide nearby? Any bushes?
There are some large enough rocks still, I'd say, probably on the shoreline that you could maybe get cover from. There are definitely bushes and the tree line maybe 30 feet behind you. You could definitely retreat a bit if you'd like to.
We've also been on the shoreline for a while though, so he's like definitely seen us, right?
He seems to be headed your way, so perhaps he spotted you earlier and is, hailing you.
How far is he?
Oh, he's hailing us. Oh,
Well, no. I shouldn't say he's hailing you. No, but he does. I mean, he's only about 100 feet away at this point. I think I said he was approaching. So it's pretty clear he sees you.
So
we-
we will do the opposite of hiding. She will fly forward, waving like, "Hello there, hi, and she'll like probably grab Lemon and like drag her along too.
Nice. Okay, fair enough. What about the more reasonable and cautious people?
Well, that's not me, so I'll probably go after. I'd be like, oh, cool. Siggy's going. All right.
I mean, this reasonable and cautious person is also concerned for the non-reasonable and non-cautious people, so he is going to follow after them.
Yeah, I'll be pretty cautious about it. I'll have Charles lead though.
Charles will lead the way for you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Charles, come. Go ahead.
He follows, marches along on the shoreline, heading north. And when you get close enough, Siggy, because you probably darted out ahead of everybody, Siggy and Lemon, you get the first chance to speak with the centaur. I'll describe him to you. He's a bit aged, this centaur. He looks on the older side, perhaps an elder. He has a warm smile. You can tell his disposition looks a bit melancholy, however. He does gallop towards you when he sees you approaching, but you can tell that as soon as he begins to gallop, he needs to stop just a few moments later to catch his breath. He stands tall, though, when you approach, and he'll wave. What do you say?
Hi there. I was wondering. Hello, my name is Siggy. This is Lemon here. Do you know how to get across this lake?
Oh yes, hello. My name is Winterbow. What is your friend's name?
I'm Siggy. This is Lemon, and my friends back there. Well, they can introduce themselves. I'm assuming they would have caught up to us by now.
Probably in the next 6 seconds or so. Yeah, next round.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would be shouting, "I'm Boomy," as I'm like running, as I'm approaching. Like I don't even wait.
Winterbow, Boomy, Siggy, Lemon. He looks to the rest of you now to introduce yourselves.
My name is Autumn Axe. This is Summer Sword. Pleasure to meet you.
Who did
He
you
doesn't really
introduce?
point it. He didn't really point at anybody. He just kind of pointed to the side. Whoever was to the side of him.
Charles is
Charles.
standing next to you.
Charles
That
is
works.
Summer Sword.
Yeah.
Poor Charles. What do you say, Mike?
Yes, Summer Sword, my dear companion, and I am, Pendleton Longbottom.
I had
No,
a
you're
feeling. I had a feeling your names were not Summer Axe, and a good sense of humor you have on you.
Autumn Axe. Summer Axe is my cousin.
A good sense of humor, yes, I can see that.
My
To
name
answer-
is Quentin Queen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Quentin. Pendleton. Lovely to meet you. I can answer your question there, fair Siggy. You cannot get to the Wayward Pool.
What's the Wayward Pool? Why
Why,
can't we
this-
get to it?
This beautiful, awe-inspiring lake, you cannot get to the pool.
Oh, why not?
Why?
There is ancient magics protecting it. This is a pool for unicorns.
Mm.
Oh, that's good to know. Are there unicorns that still bathe, drink? What do unicorns particularly do here?
This is a safe haven for the unicorns of Prismere. They can do all of the above. Drink,
Forgive
bathe.
me for my ignorance. Do unicorns swim?
Unicorns are graceful creatures. They do not need to swim.
Whoa, so they walk on the water?
If they so please to.
Oh,
Siggy, did you hear that?
Yeah,
I really
can I?
did not expect that to be
Wint-
the answer.
Winterbow, can we meet a unicorn? Do you have any friends that are unicorns?
Oh, my dear Siggy, I am not a unicorn. I am a centaur.
I know, but I'm sure you know them if you live around here and they live around here. Maybe you're neighbors. Maybe you can introduce us.
I do not know any unicorns. I've seen them sometimes. I've seen them in the forest deep, but long before the mists came. Long before.
Is there no
Mists.
way to conjure them to this pool, perhaps?
Not in Prismere, no. The unicorns roam free.
What do you mean by the mists?
You had to have recognized the mists before. I'm sure you got here through them.
Oh, those mists.
It's the
Mists that
when you
separate
went from
the-
hither to
Uh-huh.
thither. Yeah.
Yes.
There was like a mist, and if you don't go a specific way, that's why you needed Clapperclaw to help you guide you through. He knew the way. You get turned around, and you might get lost, and it's like what's protecting or what's
I see.
entrapping Prismere.
I see. Okay.
But
I'm sorry,
how did
but
they
I-
get out if the mists were here?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
How, if the mists were what deterred them, how did they get out? I thought that the mists. I thought that was the point of the mists, that they don't allow you to travel through them.
Only the clever can escape.
Are unicorns particularly clever?
Every single one that I've heard of has been extremely clever.
Well, that must mean your friend Clapperclaw, whatever his name was, must be very clever as well.
Oh yeah.
You know Clapperclaw?
You know Clapperclaw? Yes.
I know
do.
Clapperclaw.
I do, a jolly fellow.
Is Clapperclaw here? Is he coming back?
I was just about to ask you that question.
How do you know Clapperclaw? I've knowing them and knowing you for this very short time. I don't expect that you socialize in the same circles.
Say it again. What'd you ask him?
The question part was, how do you know Clapperclaw?
Oh, how do you know Clapperclaw? What was the last
Yeah.
part you said?
Knowing him and knowing you for this short time, I don't expect that you socialize in the same circles.
I'm a friend to all. You see, I'm a bit lonely. All my other centaur clan left Prismere when the mists arrived.
Are
Where did they go?
also clever?
To another domain or to the material plane? I can't say. I was left behind. I'm a bit slower in my old age.
I'm sorry you
How
were
old
left
are you?
behind.
You can come with us.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We have an
can help you
owlbear
find
that might
the rest
try
of
to
you.
eat you.
Oh, yes, that beast I see. So you talk about the owlbear, and I assume the owlbear is left by, like, the cart, right? Like, it's far away from where you're at right now because you traveled to him.
I mean, it's the owlbear. I think that they could do really whatever they want. I don't think any of us can stop it.
So, yeah, if you left the owlbear to its own ways, you'll see the owlbear's trying to get to the lake. It probably sees, like, you know, its opportunity to maybe go fishing, and so it's trying to get in, but every time it does, it doesn't really make it in. So it's
What does
it's
it
not
look
really-
like it's doing? Like, does it just keep walking
Yeah,
indefinitely, like an NPC
Aw.
in a game that broke?
That's
Like-
it, exactly. That's probably what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just walking into invisible walls.
That's probably what it looks like to you. To it, it's probably just being turned around and spun back around, and then it's in the same spot it was. So it's just kind of like walking forward, hitting into the wall, and the centaur says, I'm very old. I've been here a long time by myself now. I'm about 500 years old. I've lost count.
You look great.
Wow.
Do I know how long centaurs live?
Give me a nature check.
Oh god, nature. I'm not very good at nature. I'm not terrible at it though.
You could give me history if you like. I'll give you different info.
Well, I got an 18 on nature, so not bad.
Yeah, centaurs, I mean, that's old for a centaur. Like, you might have heard of a centaur that's reached like 450 before, but 500 is pretty old.
So this guy's like
That's-
pushing the limits.
That's the pushing the limits. I'd say it's like a 90 or 90-year-old human
Oh, okay. Okay.
pushing the limits of
I mean, life expectancy is 87, so I mean,
where, when.
that's the in the United States right now.
I'm thinking medieval times.
I'm just talking. I thought you were referring to now, like
Oh.
seeing a 90-year-old.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a 100-year-old. Maybe a 100-year-old.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty old. He couldn't
but-
gallop for more than a round. Yeah.
Does he have like a stock of like prune juice on his in his saddlebag?
Yeah, he mixes it with some what's the fiber powder? Oh God. Obviously, you can tell I don't drink.
I don't know, like fiber.
Fiber plus. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
in his saddle or something. He's ready to go.
Fiber Supreme.
Excuse me. What are you doing here at the Wayward Pool?
We're looking for, or we're trying to find
Snacks.
snacks. And what was her name? Lady Nightshade?
Scabatha?
Scabatha Nightshade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He
With his
shudders
titles.
at the word. Why would you want to find her?
We're trying to help a friend. He's cursed by her.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not going to happen, though. She will never release her curse.
Oh, we plan on killing it.
Oh, well, do you now?
Well, that's the hope.
I certainly hope that you're up to the task. Scabatha is... She rules over this land with an iron fist.
If you know her sister Bavlorna?
I've heard of her. I've seen her visit this realm before.
If you would like compare them in strength, if you had to use numbers to identify how strong or what's a better word? How much of a challenge that they might be? Where would they be in relation to each other?
Like a rating, perhaps.
Yes, that's a perfect word. Yes, a challenge rating, if you will, of them. Yes.
I would say 100.
Oh no.
That's a lot of challenges. I probably should have specified the scale of the rating before this, but well, wait, which one is at 100? And where's the other? Like, is Bavlorna 100 and Scabatha like 103?
That seems like it would be appropriate.
Really? Oh, that's a differential of 3%. I think that's actually quite doable. All right, that's actually quite helpful.
I think, though, give me an insight check, Randall.
Wow.
We'll call it out.
I really should have given myself better insight. I have such terrible insight.
What'd you get?
13. I got a
13?
It's not a terrible roll, but
I guess you'd believe him that Scabatha might be more of a challenge, but this old guy's not. He's probably never seen them fight.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you happen to know if she has any sort of weakness at all?
I'm sorry, my dear Boomy. I don't know.
Quite
I
familiar
want to help,
already.
but I think you may be going on a fool's errand.
That's a bit rude.
We've seen her wanted posters around. I think we found one, and Oscar here found another. Do you know any of the people that she's looking for and why? There's Will of the Wild and maybe one other.
They were both Will of the Wild.
Oh, well,
Littering.
there you go.
Littering this once beautiful forest. Yes, I do know who you speak of. Will of the Wild is the leader of this gang of rascals. They live in a giant tree to the north of here.
I'm guessing from your tone that you are not fond of them.
They've never done harm to me, but children, you know.
We know.
Was that the end of that sentence, or
I'm too old to deal with the hijinks of kids.
that you're in good company then? No childlike hijinks here. Absolutely not.
Well, is there anything I can help you with? I'm just here to take in the scenery. I love the view. I think one day I'll see a unicorn come out of this pool.
Out of the pool. They live in the pool.
Of course.
Is quite surprising.
Of course, I've never seen one come out of the pool. It's just the rumor. But an old man can dream, can't he?
I
course he can.
expect that is most of what he can do.
Winterbow, I had a question. I found some very delicious cookies earlier on the floor of the forest. Do you know who around here bakes cookies? I'd really like some more.
I
if
knew I
can
left
find
my
some.
cookies somewhere.
Were those
You're
yours?
Hitting me.
They were delicious, and
I'm
we
so
apologize
sorry.
for taking them.
I'm so
He's-
sorry we ate them.
He laughs, and he's like, "You're not the only ones with senses of humor around here."
So you leave cookies for...
Oh no.
No, I
I
did
believe
not.
he was saying that they were not actually his
Oh.
They
cookies.
were not
I
my
was
cookies.
confused.
Oh.
Well, who could have baked such wonderful cookies?
I don't know.
Witch.
There is a goblin that runs a bit of a candy store.
Oh,
Excuse me. Can you repeat that? Oh, what?
you said candy store?
There's
I
a
didn't
goblin.
hear the first part.
There's a goblin who
Oh.
runs a candy store.
A candy store.
There's a
no.
market of
Last
sorts.
thing that
No,
you need is
no,
candy.
no, don't say that.
Now we're
Siggy,
talking.
Siggy and Boomy are like...
It's time to split the party up, Bob.
Ah, the time has
Can you
come.
point
I've
us
had
into the
nothing
direction
but
of the candy?
saltines and chocolate for the last 3 days. You need protein, Boomy. You're the monarch.
You say
Monarch can eat
monarch.
whatever he wants.
You say the words monarch, and then Winterbow looks over at Boomy. We are in the presence of the monarch, royalty, and he starts to like bend his front legs, like a horse would, right? And you hear like just the bones crackling as obviously his arthritis-ridden legs
No,
bend.
Please, please,
Pick
run.
yourself up.
Run.
No one wants to have to shoot you.
Ah,
Please.
Once I'm down, I can't stop. Hold on. And he gets his legs down finally.
Oh,
Your
it sounds like
Majesty.
someone walking on gravel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to help him back up as much as I can. I don't know
No,
how.
your Majesty, no, I can handle it myself.
He's a full-size horse.
Charles, go help the old man.
Charles nods and he walks over. Zzz, zzz, you hear the hydraulic press, like, and he like lifts up the centaur by the midsection. Oh, it's easy. Oh, easy. Thank you, good Sir Charles. Once I get down, it takes me a minute to get up, so I appreciate it.
Bob, can I do like an Arcana check? I mean, based on what he's saying, is there some kind of enchantment on this lake or something like that?
Go for it.
Certain creatures maybe cross it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, go for it.
God, I cannot roll anything. I think I got an 8.
An 8. Well, what I'll tell you this is, even though you rolled pretty low, clearly there's some sort of enchantment over this lake. It's that's protecting the unicorns that live here. Your mind would immediately go, without even a roll, would say that probably the Archfey that ruled this domain probably set this up for the unicorns. Somebody of that level of power had to have done this. If it can't be easily dispelled,
Like Zabilna? Like
perhaps, or whoever was in charge when it was put up. So that would be your guess, even without a roll. I won't tell you any more, but that's probably what you would automatically assume, that somebody of very high power level was able to do this so that it could be permanent and not easily dispelled. Even the hags that run it now.
using our new metric of challenge rating that is now canon. Where would you say that person would be?
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, stop.
So Winterbow is looks very tired. If you don't mind, I'm just going to rest here and enjoy the rest of the sights. I really do wish I could help you, but I can point you in the right direction if you're looking for those getaway gang kids.
We are looking for them.
And the candy.
And the
Oh,
candy,
the-
yes. Maybe
yes.
the kids have candy. Maybe that's why
No.
they hide in their tree.
No, we're not taking literal candy from children.
We
They're
are children.
already
We can take candy
homeless.
from
We
children.
don't
Quentin.
need to take their food.
Quentin, if the candy is on the way, it's only makes sense that we stop.
No, it doesn't. You know why? Because typically when you stop for a candy break in the middle of the woods, someone dies.
Hasn't happened
I
yet.
hate to break this to you, Sir Boomy, the monarch, but the goblin who runs that candy market, it's outside of Loomlurch, where Skabatha resides.
Does he work for Skabatha?
I cannot tell you that. I don't remember who exactly the goblin is. There are many of them roaming around these lands.
Well, maybe we can steal some candy. I can take care of that.
I seem to recall some old story about children and candy and being shoved in an oven or something like that.
I remember that as well. Children stole candy and got shoved in an oven. The end. A lovely story, isn't it, Siggy?
Those children weren't the monarch and Siggy.
Yes,
So-
and they couldn't fly.
You know, tagging Siggy onto that really does not make you sound more qualified. If anything, that sounded less. It's like saying, like 40 or more, or like 42. Like once you know it's 42, you're like, all right.
No, I'm the the monarch's advisor. I'm the king's hand. That's what I am.
He's not the king.
Monarchy ruled by a child, I suppose. I wouldn't be the first in history.
Yeah, it worked well in Game of Thrones, right?
It was great in
Twice.
Game of Thrones. It was amazing.
By the way, Twitch player one defeated. I don't think they believed that. I think Boomy rolled those stats.
It's there. That's live. We have proof of that.
I know. I said. I just
That's
commented.
there.
I just checked it. Roll those stats at home, did you, bud?
That's all
Wow.
live on stream.
And then
It's there.
I see that comment probably directed at my strength. Yes, I have a 7 strength. I haven't had to lift many things because I had servant money. That's not really true. I was a servant, but I was like the servant that would like hold papers, not like important things.
You were the intern.
Yeah.
He talks a big
Yes.
game, like he's.
You know what?
To the assistant branch
A
manager.
courtier is basically just a feudal intern. That's
Yeah.
actually a really great
That's true.
comparison. They're just royal
very
interns.
Yep. All right. Any other questions for Winterbow?
You said you could point us towards the getaway gang.
Yeah, he'll tell you to head north of the Wayward Pool. That don't follow the river exactly, because the river will take you in not the most direct route. Obviously, Nib told you to follow the river, but he's telling you don't follow the river. Go straight north, true north, and you'll find the kids.
Are there any dangers between Wayward Pool and the getaway gang?
There might be. I would say watch out for Skabatha and any of her minions.
Minions? Who might they be?
Well, she has a whole slew of creatures there at her base, Loomlurch. Tin soldiers, boggles.
Well, I will say this, Winterbow. After examining you thoroughly, I recommend bloodletting. It's supposed to help with the bones.
Really? Okay.
Indeed, or leeches if you can find them.
I
That
can
sounds
manage.
disgusting, Oscar. Will that really help?
Well, yes, there are some professors back at the College of Waterdeep that really swear by them. Rejuvenates the old, they say.
I think you'd better get a second opinion on that, Winterbow.
Dr. Frank N. Stein? Is that the medical professional you're talking about? Frank Nicholas Stein.
Would Winterbow know of any food nearby for the owlbear, for Juniper?
Yeah, he sees the owlbear getting a bit rowdy now. The owlbear's just kind of trying to storm into the lake, and it's not allowing it to. There are critters here in the forest. You might be able to hunt down something, but I don't know how much that creature would eat. It looks rather large, and it's been eyeing me.
Any deer or elk or moose near here?
Really? A hooved creature? You would hunt a hooved creature?
I mean, there's a lot of footed creatures.
On behalf of the monarch and his court, I apologize for this insensitive comment.
No. Don't apologize on my behalf. There are many creatures with hooves. There's also many creatures with beaks and with feathers and with feet. Are you saying that all hooved creatures are the same? I think you're the insensitive one, my friend.
Quentin, I thought you were supposed to be diplomatic. Very disappointing.
You see Winterbow kind of settles down. He's standing there, stoic, and all of a sudden you notice he's like nodding off.
Just like... Just nap.
Nap.
Well,
that's a
Is
good
it 4
idea.
p.m. already?
Thank you, Winterbow. We'll be on our way. You rest, and
Enjoy the
well-
views.
hopefully our path will cross again.
Yes, perhaps they will.
Do you
Goodbye,
know how
Monarch.
to get home from here?
I am home.
Well, that's disconcerting. All right.
Have a good day, Winterbow, and I'll give him a hug.
Oh dear, watch it, careful. These old bones, you know, not as sturdy as they used to be.
Centaur with avian bone syndrome.
Oh.
All right, so you all bid farewell to Winterbow, and you can be on your way. Heading north, heading west, following the river. Where are we going?
Well, the instructions were to follow the river. Is that right? To get to...
Nib told you to follow the river. Winterbow said go true north.
We have to.
Well, we
camp
can't go
at
north,
any
right?
point? Like what time? What time of the day is it?
Yeah, there's no. I mean, again, day looks
Or-
pretty much.
Or I guess like how? How long have we been traveling?
Yeah, I would say at this point it's been the a day's worth of travel. So maybe
Okay.
a few hours left of what you would think, and then you could rest.
Can I fly up really high above the treetops and see if I see any big trees sticking out?
Let's see.
I'm gonna survival check for treats.
Give me a. Okay, go ahead. Survival for foraging. Go for it, Christian. Siggy, give me a survival check or a perception check, whichever you'd prefer, to spot maybe a oversized tree sticking up out of the woods.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a 6, so I'm assuming didn't find much.
You did
if
not
anything.
find anything, no.
I got a 5.
I mean, there are plenty of large trees. The forest is packed with them, so it's hard to tell.
Okay.
There isn't one that seems to be outstanding, and as far as you can see, again, there's a lot of mist in the air. So I'd say, your range is limited. Quentin or Oscar, is there anything you'd like to do?
No, I guess I'm just going to keep an eye out as well for whatever this tree is that we're looking for.
Gotcha. All right, so we're heading which direction, crew?
All the
Well,
river or north.
We can't
Yeah,
head true
true.
north, right? Because that's where the lake is.
Yeah.
So
Well, yes.
I
you can-
imagine it was supposed we go around the lake
Yeah.
and then go.
right.
Why don't we
So-
follow the river until we get to like right here where we could go true north and then maybe do another check and see if we can.
Sure.
Aren't we at the lake though?
You are. You're
Yeah,
where
but
your
if we-
token is.
If we follow the river here, and then from here we could even either
Oh.
keep following the river or go north, and we can make a decision then.
I just realized I'm not on the Roll20 screen, which is fine because we didn't really need it, but I'm going to switch to it now. So, point where you were just discussing, Dasha?
Right here.
Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, move your token. Is that Mr. Banks?
That's Mr. Banks.
Wayne, not Wayne. Wayne is here, though. Hey, Wayne. Joseph in the comments said, how's the cone going? Is Mr. Banks still in the cone? I'm not looking at your screen right now. I don't know if he's there.
Well, I took him out of the cone for now, but he's still in it because he's got terrible allergies in the spring, so he bites himself.
Right. Still, yeah. Poor guy.
He only bites himself in the spring.
Well, to the point where he gets infections, absolutely. He didn't wear it all winter, so.
All right, so I see you moved a little bit north. You're following the river, and you can see as you kind of pass the rocky crags beyond the Wayward Pool, you can see the forest continues north.
Let's go north then, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, what direction does the river go? Do we notice that the river starts to turn north at all, or?
Well, I think you can see it, can't you?
Looks like it's going northwest.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's going northwest, yep. You could move your token more and follow it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, so it loops around. Okay.
Yes.
So you want to
Great.
stay on this side of the river and just continue to move?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like the river would be safest.
Yeah. And then we have a water source.
Okay. So you stay along the river for maybe an hour or two more before you feel like the end of your adventuring day has come. We're taking a rest?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll take a long rest probably when you pass the crags right about here.
Yeah,
Sounds right. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we'll take a long rest. Just a reminder of our rest rules. I do have I believe we are running... let me just see. I want to make sure. Okay, yeah, so we don't have any house rules on this campaign, except that with rests, the short rest is 15 minutes. A long rest is still the 8 hours, but you don't gain back all your hit points. You have to spend hit dice just like a short rest. You will obviously gain back half of your hit dice pool, like normal, at the end of your rest. So if you spend any hit dice, make sure you declare that, and then you can gain half back at the end.
Yeah,
So-
I spent some time fishing.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should let the owlbear off the chain, so to speak, to let him do his thing.
Yeah. Why don't you do your hit points first, and then we'll do some downtime activity here.
Well, this new character has seen no combat, so he will do nothing.
Okay. That's fine. You don't
Yeah,
need
I'm
to
at full
regain any
health as
spells,
well.
or... Okay.
Full as well.
Full health.
Oh, wow. Okay, so then we're good. Never mind.
Yeah. We had
I
a
think
long
we'd
rest.
heal right before coming here, and then we haven't had a battle since.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, downtime activity. Oscar, you want to fish?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Oh, great.
Do you
Survival.
have,
This is gonna go
um,
well.
Do you have any, like a tackle box, fishing pole, or a net?
I mean, I have Tinker tools. I'm sure I could put together some sort of makeshift. If I could find a twig, I'm sure I could put together some sort of makeshift rod.
So let's do this then. Why don't you give me a tinkerer's tool check, see if you can design some sort of a fishing apparatus.
Okay. How do I roll that on this?
You could just give me a whatever the however you might be doing it. If you're using like intelligence, or if you want to be using dexterity, it's because of the fine detail that you need to use to craft a fishing pole. It's up to you.
So I'll use my int, which I guess makes that a 19.
Okay, so you use your tinkerer's tools to maybe perhaps find some. Maybe you had some pieces of wiring or something you could fashion into a hook, and then you're able to cut down some wood, tree branches, carve it to be sturdy enough. You know the inner workings of the device, and you can create a fishing rod of some sort. Maybe it's a bit more primitive, but it'll do the job.
Okay.
And now give me a survival check.
All right, so this will definitely not go nearly as well. With all of my amazing stats I rolled. Yeah, there we go. 5.
You didn't put any bait on it, so you throw out the hook and you're like, ready. I built this awesome fishing pole, and you're just not biting.
Haven't I survived in the Feywild for 7 years?
Could I help him by trying to tune my tritone, which can't actually or sorry, not my tritone, my discordant harp, which is perpetually out of tune, and like direct the painful psychic sounds towards the fish, the bardic equivalent of fishing with dynamite.
So you're gonna sound blast the fish.
Pretty much. I mean, I'd be fine if you want me to attack them. Fine. Or I was just trying to help out the fishing effort.
This seems like it would scare the fish away. I would say if you want to kill some fish with it, yeah, give me an attack roll.
An attack roll. What am I rolling? Because tritone is a save. All of my things. I have literally nothing that has an attack.
So give me just a straight up dexterity save to see, or actually no, yeah, give me a dexterity save or dexterity check to see if you can even aim it. Aim where you're.
Dexterity, not even my spellcasting modifier. Oof.
No, I wanna see if you can literally get to the fish, find the fish.
Is this am I adding my proficiency because I'm proficient with my harp?
No, it will just because if you get this, you can. Basically, what you're doing here is you're trying to sneak up on a fish here, is the way I'm seeing it.
Oh!
So you're wading through the water, right? You're wading through the water real still, quiet, and you wait just enough for a school of fish to come swimming by. And then you, like, ram on the harp, and yeah, a whole slew of fish come. Give me a D10.
This is all for Juniper.
9.
You get 9. Yeah, you get 9 like massive salmon. They're Feywild salmon, so they're like, no, you know what they are? They're knucklehead trout. Why are these knucklehead trout here in the Feywild? Who knows? It's the Feywild.
That's amazing.
I've never done that before.
You fish with dynamite.
Yeah, but bardic dynamite. Just like quickly, like grabs one. Hey, Juniper, and just tosses it up in the air like he's a person at an aquarium training a sea lion.
Juniper is ready to eat, so you throw some fish to Juniper, and how many do you give her?
Well, I have 7 strength, as was noted previously, so I throw 1. I would start to gather the others and just kind of like push them onto the shore. But,
Charles, go get the fish from.
Yeah, I can carry 2 fish with my strength.
Sure. Charles, Boomy, you bring over the fish, and how many are you going to give the owlbear?
It's a big boy. Should probably give it like.
Yeah, it's probably good.
like 3.
Yeah.
4.
We can smoke some over a fire and bring it later for treats for the road.
Yeah, can one fish feed all of us? So
I think giant salmon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
We can eat one, we can smoke some and like preserve it for later.
Yeah.
The owlbear is, did you let it out of its harness? Did somebody say that?
I did
Randall
not.
did.
No one said that.
Randall did.
Oh.
But Randall's not in charge of the owlbear, so. Christian, did Boomy let it out of its harness?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, so
but
it's still in its harness. Sure.
yeah, I'm assuming though if we're setting up camp, I would probably take it out. I was gonna say I was gonna do like an animal handling check to see if I could just make sure it's all good. Maybe
We lost
make sure
somebody?
it's not hurt or anything like that. Just
We lost Randall. Look at that.
Oh, no.
All right, well, I'm going to use this time to feed the dog then, so I'll be right
That's
back.
fine. We'll be right back when Randall gets back. See you all in a minute. All right, we're back, everybody. Mike's going to feed the dog, but we're here and we're ready to play. So when Mike comes back, he'll join in. So we're just chatting about some of the food you found. Obviously, you found quite a bit of interesting treats along the way. But right now, you just caught 9 fish, and your owl bear, Boomy, that you've let off its leash, basically, darts towards Charles and barrels over him and starts to feast on the flesh of the salmon. So it's just going to town on the raw fish. And
I thought that was going in a very different direction
Yeah,
for
I
a
got
second.
scared for a
Yeah,
second.
the flesh of Charles.
Yeah,
well, Charles doesn't have flesh, so that's all good.
that was also what I was confused about.
So it's currently eating all of our knucklehead trout.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab one. These are big trout, right? I have no idea what a knucklehead
Huge
trout
honkin' trout.
is. I'm gonna grab 2, really pushing my strength's limits here, and just say no. Bad juniper. No.
Give me an animal handling check.
With advantage because I caught it or the fish.
Nope.
Mhm.
Animal handling check. And tell me
Don't
what
worry,
you get.
Quentin. If you fail, I'll try.
Can I do persuasion instead? Not for any
cannot.
particular reason.
Animal handling.
All right,
Can
come on,
I-
second
can I-
natural 20. Oh, that's a 10.
Can I give advantage? I'll like fly up and like pet the owlbear on the head. Say, it's okay, you can listen.
No,
You
it
listen to
is.
Quentin.
No, it is so focused on its food right now that you cannot. It's not really
Okay.
paying attention to petting or anything like that. And Randall, what did you roll total?
10.
10.
A 10?
You take
You take
15 owlbear damage.
37 points of piercing damage. Because it's a fucking owlbear.
It's actually gonna double
You're
attack
welcome.
you.
Because you're an idiot for taking an owlbear as a pet. That's why you
11
take this damage.
11 piercing damage.
Oh my god, I actually take 11 piercing.
Yep.
Oh,
when
shit.
you stuck your hand in there to grab a fish, it seems like an accident because it doesn't even really look to you, but it snags your hand. It rips off a huge chunk of your flesh, and you're bleeding profusely.
That's it.
That. Oh.
Can I go like
Oh
you
god,
know, like
it can have the fish. It can have the fish.
like Juniper and like whistle like you would was like a dog like to try to get its attention? Would that be
Give
like
me
an animal
another-
handling?
Yeah, give me another animal handling.
Healing word of myself.
Hey, 22.
Yeah, 22. So you're able to. It seems to listen to you, Boomy, right? You've seemed to be the one who's been training it a bit with the food, and so you give a command to it, and it finishes munching on whatever salmon it had or knucklehead trout it had in its mouth. But it's as it's swallowing, it sits down in like a ready position. There's still a slew of fish before it. There's probably, let's see how many it ate. It ate 3 fish entirely within the few rounds that you were observing it.
And
Can I-
parts of me.
Back.
Can I motion to the river? Maybe there's some fish splashing and try to motion that there is plenty more in there that the owlbear Juniper can go in.
Yeah, you'll motion, but I don't think it would know that. It would probably be assuming that you wanted to stay. It
Okay.
only has a few commands, and you're learning, like whoever trained this owlbear, when you find a new command, it listens, right? But
Okay.
that probably wasn't a command to like go and find
Yeah.
fish. It probably is confused with what you're saying. But
Yep.
it did listen to you. It stopped eating. Mike, you just missed. Randall got his hand like ripped off by the owlbear.
Nice. Good owlbear.
11 points of damage.
It did 11 points of damage to it. So, did you heal yourself?
I healed myself with a heal. I gave myself a healing word.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna give myself another one. The healing word that I use is fuck. Everyone knows that's the magic word.
Healing
All right,
F-bombs.
Back to full.
All right.
I'm
Christian?
really glad I didn't use any spells today.
Yeah. Christian, what do you
My
got?
hand model career would have been down the toilet.
Still might be. Boomy, were you going to do anything else?
No, I guess not. I kind of want to try to get more fish from the river for it.
You could forage as well. Give me a survival check if you'd like.
Sure. Want to try to see if I can get more fish for our bear friend. 23.
Yeah, you can probably over the next course of an hour or so catch a few more fish. You're not going to be luring them in the bunches like Randall was, but I'd say you could find enough to feed your party. So I don't know, maybe these are large fish, maybe another 2 fish. But I would say that you also are able to find a bit of a special treat with that roll. As you're fishing, you can notice that there's a wisp of sweet mist. You smell it probably first, but the mist that's floating through the air, you reach out to it. Could it be cotton candied mist?
Am I the only one who's smelling this right now?
Yeah, while you're fishing, this happens.
I'm gonna call for Siggy. Siggy! Over here!
What?
Do you
What is
smell
it?
this? Do you smell this?
Oh, what is that? Is that candy?
Cotton candy?
You're right. Quentin's just shaking his head on the.
You see the two of
Isn't
them.
Randall shaking his head. Quentin is staring at his
Oh,
hand,
true.
checking for marks.
True. Oh my god,
Well-
do you think we can eat it?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. Try it.
Oscar, you see Boomy and Siggy talking in secret, hushed whispers, and then you see them eating the mist that's floating through the air. They're grabbing at it, and it's kind of like funneling itself into their mouths.
I just wanna say, cotton candy mist may sound appealing to some. To me, it sounds immediately terrifying because if you walk into cotton candy mist and then you breathe, all of a sudden your lungs are filled with cotton candy.
It's a death trap.
What color is it? Is it like white? Is it blue? Is it
What color
pink?
is it? Tell me, Christian. What color is it?
Cotton candy mist. I'm guessing like a really light pink kind of color.
Oh yeah, light pink, like a really light pastel pink.
Nice.
Is Juniper doing
Oh.
anything with this cotton
No,
candy mist?
Juniper is eating whatever fish
Eating
you
the
gave
fish.
it. Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Why are you two licking the air?
Come try it. It's so tasty. It's well, you try it. You tell me what you think it is.
Are you high again?
I'm always high. I like to fly.
Yeah, you're definitely high. That's some shit that someone that's high would say.
Can I try to follow this mist? Like,
No,
Is
it
it-
like dissipates. Like it's
Oh,
like real
okay.
mist, right? So it's when it's floating through
bummer.
the air, it looks like mist with a pinkish hue. But when you go to reach for it, it feels tangible, like cotton candy.
Well, that was phenomenal. That was
That was
awesome.
amazing. Thank you. Inspired by this, can I also do a check to see if I can forage and find anything?
I think, yeah, you could try, but it's going to be hard to find much at this point because the fishing is going to be the fish are not dumb, right? They're gonna be away from this area after a whole
Can I
slew
look
of
in
them
the-
get.
Can I look in the forest? Like
Yeah, go
around.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to look on land. Survival check, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's horrible. 4. I'm
No,
apparently
you
too
don't.
high on the cotton candy.
Yeah, you don't find anything. But I'll tell you this, though. You do scour the area, and you notice that there are no animals in the area. When that discordant harp went off, all the birds and other creatures, woodland creatures, scattered. So just the fish that have been coming downstream, they've been the ones that you've been catching. And yeah, you notice that it's eerily quiet in this area.
Can I fly up above the trees again just to see? I'm assuming it's getting dark.
Yeah, there's
Do
no
I-
darkness. Remember, it's permanent
Oh,
twilight.
that's right. That's
But you
right.
you do fly up. You can see. You don't see anything like that would be a big tree that you'd be looking for, like the little oak that you were told about. But you do see to the northwest and to the northeast patches, big openings, clearings.
How big are we talking?
They're noticeable from your distance,
Okay.
so
Um,
they're rather large.
Okay. I'll fly down to how are they pretty far from us or like relatively close?
Yeah, they're far away. You'd have to walk maybe for like, half an hour or so before you get to them.
Okay. I'll fly down and just let the group know. Seems like there's some clearings up ahead. Maybe we can explore those tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. I need to put some ointment on my hand.
So let's do this. Let's take the rest. If you need to gain back spells, do it. And then we'll head over to
Now I do.
there you go. So you'll rest here at this point.
Yeah.
You go through I guess we're taking the 8-hour long rest. You wake up feeling refreshed, ready to hit the road, and yeah, I'll let you navigate. Which direction would you like to head? And you can move your token as well.
I think you wanted to go to the clearing, right?
Yeah,
Well,
you
there's
said
two.
northwest and northeast.
Yep.
Let's go maybe northwest, like keep sticking close-ish to the river.
Cool. You're
Move your
the
token.
one that saw them. Saw the clearings.
Is it like here, or would we need to cross the river?
It looks like you would need to cross the river as you kind of navigate from up high.
Okay.
To
Okay,
the
do
east,
we
you
want-
would not.
Do we want to cross the river or go east?
Um,
I think you could just. Yeah, you could decide, Siggy. You seem to be the one guiding from up top.
Anything between the two clearings that distinguishes one from another?
You have to get closer to see what's in the clearing.
Okay. Let's go east.
Okay, move your token. And there you go. You see something ahead of you. Up ahead,
Okay.
you see the clearing. Inside the clearing appear to be a ring of various fungi. This is something that probably would be obvious to Quentin and probably Oscar at this point, and maybe the rest of you if you wanted to make a Arcana check, but the rest of you could be filled in. These would be Fey crossings.
Look like an active Fey crossing?
Yeah, fairy rings. These are methods of transportation to and from Fey domains. This is something that's rather common in these woodland areas to see these, mushroom fairy rings. However, I will say these ones don't look like they are functioning as much because normally in these fairy rings you might see, swarms of other campestries, and you don't see any campestries here. You would see like the magic of the ring kind of in the air. It would be some sort of shimmering light, sparkling, as well as some singing. Woodland creatures would be singing near, like the campestry. You don't hear anything, see anything, and it doesn't look like there's any glow or magic aura coming from these rings.
Oscar, I remember you said you had encountered some fairy rings before. Is this one of them?
I've seen a few like this, but I couldn't get any of them to function.
Maybe Scabatha Nightshade is preventing. It's Scabatha, right?
Mhm.
Nightshade is preventing these from functioning, from working.
Most definitely a good guess, I suppose. She is, after all, pretty much in charge of this domain.
I didn't see any of these in Hither, oddly.
does anyone know what a functioning one looks like? Like, if there's any way
Yeah,
we could tell if one was on or off, or
The way I described it as that you could see the magical aura in the air. You
Okay.
hear woodland creatures or campestries singing around it. It's a welcome sight.
It's the visual equivalent of eating cotton candy air.
when you say it like that, that makes total sense.
Yes, I figured that would break through the.
Yeah, you get the idea that these are corrupted Fey crossings. They're not actually able to activate and send you to the material plane or other Fey domains, and probably at the will of the hags. Passive perceptions?
14.
And
Actually, I think it's a little higher than that. Hold on. No, it's 10.
it's never
A 10?
good when you get asked for that.
Yep.
Well, it
It's
looks
12.
it looks like you're going to be okay. Everyone, you hear footsteps coming from the north. You hear the snapping of twigs, rustling of leaves. Someone is approaching.
And I don't hear gravel, so it can't be Winterbow.
Can we tell if it's like a large creature? Or
Sounds like
multiple...
a humanoid headed your way.
Can I fly up to see if I can preemptively see who or what it is?
Sure, you can fly up high into the above the tree line, and you see what appears to be a small female orc doing a poor job at hiding and headed towards the group, maybe 60 feet away.
Small or like small for an orc?
Small for an orc.
Okay.
I guess I'll do like what Siggy did earlier. Hello?
You call out.
Yeah.
Siggy, you notice the orc stops. She has something in her hands. Could be a weapon. But from the tree line, from above the trees, you can't see what's exactly in her hand.
I'll yell from up top. Hello. I hope you're not trying to hurt us. We don't want to hurt anyone. What's that in your hand there?
When you speak, the half-orc is alarmed and aims what appears to be some sort of weapon up towards you and fires. What's your armor class?
My AC is... Also, did you say it's a half-orc or an orc? I think you said orc
Half-orc.
before.
Did I say
Okay.
half? What did it say, orc? No, it's orc. Excuse me, it's orc.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have a 15 AC.
Gotcha. You're gonna get hit. You get hit with a stone from a slingshot.
Ow, that wasn't very nice.
Now I see. Yeah.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Totally a kid. Oh, this is totally one of the Lost Boys.
And then you hear a call down from the half orc, and it says, "Hey, no fair, no flying."
No shooting.
The half orc starts to bolt and run away from the group.
Can I follow her in the air?
Sure, you can track the same. You have the same speed, so you can just kind of from above the trees follow along as she zigzags below. You're just kind of going at a normal pace over the tops of the trees.
Yes.
What do the rest of you do as you see that Siggy's flying away and the creature that now has exposed herself, she's running away from you, about 60 feet away.
I'd get Juniper and we'd start
Don't eat her.
chasing.
Sure. Hiya! And Juniper takes off. Oscar, I know Charles has walking, right?
Yes,
What's Charles's speed?
that's a good question. Let me pull up his sheet.
Yeah, find out. If it's 40, you could keep
It's
up.
40.
Okay, so Charles is just like booking it, like an Olympic runner, just right up against the chariot.
Just going.
Bounding.
Run,
And-
Charles, run, hurry!
he's just like keeping right up with the owlbear. And after a few rounds of chase, you catch up to this female orc. She turns once you're within range and holds up a slingshot and says, "Not a step closer. None of you. And you in the sky, get down here."
We just want to talk.
You hit me. I'm not coming down.
Show yourself.
When she says not a step closer and we all stop, I'm gonna misty step to like right behind her.
Ah! Please don't hurt me, mister.
He said not a step. He's gonna.
He's got you there.
He's gonna just kind of like just smile looking down and just go down like not squatting but like down to like kind of like a knee to get to. Oh, actually she's, even though she's a small orc, she's still like probably my height then.
No, she's young.
Oh, okay, so she is still smaller. Okay.
She's like an 8-year-old, so you'd be taller than her.
Oh.
Oh, okay,
wow.
okay. So I am still significantly taller.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he would get down to like a knee. So, you're quite a good shot with that.
She's gonna try to kick you in the crotch.
I'm kneeling.
19. 19. That hits, I
was-
assume, right?
Epic.
You bend down to get
yeah,
to her
that's
eye
gonna
level,
hit.
and she kicks you in the crotch for 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And I assume that you're going to be stunned for a moment here.
Boomy
Very
proceeds
nice.
to die laughing. Like, I want the orc to know that I found that hilarious.
Siggy's also like doing circles in the air, like cracking
He
up.
just falls over prone.
Yeah, she's gonna also she's gonna you see she's got like some sort of bubble gum, and she takes it out, blows a big bubble, and then pops it on your head. Now you have bubble gum all over your hair.
Can I have some bubble gum?
Again, rolling on, like, just dying,
You're a terrible child.
laughing at this.
You're absolutely awful. I was trying to be nice. Oh.
Yeah, you're trying to be nice. Next thing you know, I got a bag over my head and I'm headed to Loom Lurch. Not this time.
No.
Whoa.
No.
We would never.
We don't want to take you to Loom Lurch. We don't like.
The monarch doesn't kidnap
Nice.
children.
Wait,
That name
you're
drop.
Or
you're the monarch?
That's me.
Well, I don't care. Mwah! She sticks out her tongue
Finally.
and she shoots her her slingshot at you.
All right.
Oh my god,
18
nat
is-
20. Nat 20.
Of course he
right,
did.
right between the eyes.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You get hit. Yeah, you get hit right between the eyes.
All right. I think that's enough of that. I suggest you hand that over right
Oh
now.
my god, we're using all of our
Right now, young
spells on
lady.
the children.
You're
my
in
miss-
big trouble, young
My
lady.
Misty Step is my Fate Touch ability, so I can still use it.
So do you want to suggest something?
I'm
to her?
using I'm definitely using suggestion though. So it's a Wisdom 14
She fails.
saving throw. Yeah,
She fails.
I figure.
Yeah.
So
She'll
she
hand
hands
over the. Now she knows what you've done, or is it just like she?
I don't think suggestion. No, I mean
Okay,
it doesn't say that they know.
so she's
But-
gonna give it to you, but she's gonna do it begrudgingly. I think she would keep her personality. It's not like a
Yeah.
yes, master. Like here.
Yeah, for sure.
She gives you the slingshot, and she goes, "Fine, take it."
Gonna just like
You-
kind of keep a hand like a few inches below the crotch, just in case she gets.
She like
Kick you
cocks
again.
back her leg to like kick you again, but
No,
then
no.
when you
I
flinch,
have other spells.
Can I? What's your name? We. It's clear that you're a scrappy fighter.
yeah, my name is Zenor. I am scrappy.
Senator, do you live in these woods all alone?
Of course not. I mean, yeah, I live all on my own.
All right, the jig is up. We know your getaway gang. How many other children with slingshots exist in these woods?
Quit.
No one's talking to you, you big nanny poo poo.
Yeah,
I suggest.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You mentioned that you had a bag over your head. Did someone try to kidnap you?
Yeah, isn't that what you're gonna do right now?
No, it's the
No.
last thing we want to do.
We just want to make friends, and maybe you can share your bubble gum with me. Maybe.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Prestidigitating his hair.
Cleaning it,
Oh.
bug out here.
Yeah.
Come on. That's a dirty 20.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were chasing me with your owl bear and your tin soldier there. And she points over to Charles.
Tin soldier? No. This is Charles. He's a butler.
Is he made of tin though?
No,
You
he's
kind
not
of looks
made
like
of
a
tin.
butt. He does.
Well, I mean, listen, we've been out here for quite some time. I don't actually have access to my normal tools. This iteration isn't perhaps the best looking one I've ever made.
Charles frowns and he looks over you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Charles, you're kind of a mishmash of things I've found along the way.
Oscar, I think you're taking Charles for granted.
Charles is indispensable.
You mentioned you were taken to what was it called again, Bob?
Loom Lurch?
Scab at this home, Loomlurch?
Yeah. Yep. Did you meet anyone? Was there a goblin, or did you meet anyone else while you were there?
Really?
Oh, I've met lots of people there. I ain't going back ever. You understand? I'm never going back there.
Oh,
That's okay.
You've actually been there.
Well, yeah. That's where I came from.
Didn't you listen? She was kidnapped and taken there.
Well, no, I knew that you were afraid of being kidnapped and taken there. I didn't realize that you'd already had that happen.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
happened to me. Yeah, it happened to me. I was at the carnival.
You were at the carnival when that happened.
Yeah, I was at the carnival. Next thing I knew, I got a bag over my head, and I was taken, and then I wound up in Loomlurch, and now I'm here.
Oh, so you're not originally from here?
Oh, I'm not from here, no.
Interesting. Did you do something what did you do right before you were captured at the carnival?
I don't know. Why?
Did you break any rules or
But let's not victim blame, but
Break any rules? What do you mean?
I mean, when I was at the carnival, when I was around slightly older than you, I snuck in and I was also met by someone scary. I wasn't
Me
captured or
too.
taken, but I definitely was punished.
That happened to me too. They took my brother. Have you seen my brother? His name's Rowan. He's really nice. Looks like me.
Her eyes go wide. Rowan's your brother?
I just said that on a whim. Oh my god, wait. Yes, Rowan's my brother.
Wait,
Do you know him?
Rowan? Fairy like you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know Rowan. He used to hang with us back in the day.
How is he? Back in the day, how long ago, and where is he now?
I don't know exactly. Feels like it's been a while. But he's not with us anymore. He was taken
Taken by who?
by that meanie nanny poo poo, Skabatha.
So she has him.
I mean, that's the last I heard, but we're down to 4 in our getaway gang. It's just me, Sloan, Bobby, and Will.
How many were there before?
Oh, we've had maybe a dozen or so at any given time. I feel like we've been at it for a couple years.
Was Rowan okay when he was here? Was he happy?
Oh, Rowan was the best. So courageous.
Siggy becomes much more reserved than you've normally seen her, because this is the first she's actually heard of her brother being okay.
isn't Rowan like a teenager now? Like
Yeah,
Rowan
they're the same
is-
age.
Rowan and
They're twins.
Siggy are the same age, are twins, so
Yeah,
he would be
they're
16-ish.
he
Yeah,
would be 16. Okay.
yeah.
I thought he was younger, but I thought he was still 18.
Same age. I think he's the younger twin, but like 3 minutes.
She says, I was taken when I was 6, and I don't know exactly how old I am now because, well, there's no days, but, I feel like I've been here for at least a year or 2.
A long time to be away from home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to
So-
go home?
I would love to go home, but we can't. There's no escape.
Have you only been in thither?
Yeah. Where else is there?
Well, there's 2 other parts here. There's hither and there's yon.
Oh, I don't
Have
know.
you heard of them?
Not particularly, no. But she kind of pauses for a moment, hesitates. Maybe you should talk to Will. Will might know what to do.
Could you bring us to Will?
Yes. I'd like
Yeah.
to talk to him.
Yeah, you
Did
all
he
seem
know
pretty
Rowan
cool.
too?
Yeah, he knew Rowan. Yeah, him and Rowan were best buds.
I definitely want to talk to Will.
Yeah, we could go chat with Will. You all seem cool except for this guy right here, this old man. She points to Quentin.
He's not bad.
Yeah, this old guy, he's not that cool, but you rest of you are.
He's
Well, I
cool
was going-
sometimes. He just tries to stop us eating snacks sometimes, and that's not really cool, but other times he's fine.
Wait, you can't say I'm cool and then immediately tell her about the thing that you don't like. That really doesn't give evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, listen, nobody really cares about your opinion, so let's just move on. I could take you to Will. Follow me.
Well, I was going to give you your slingshot back, but now I'm going to keep it further.
You want to follow Zener?
Yes.
All right. So she'll take you along the river, but she crosses it a few times, and at a certain point, you get to. You hear, I should say, before you even see, you hear children frolicking and merrymaking. Up ahead, you see a small group that are hanging around a leafy oak tree. Their gleeful yelps carrying through the forest. Painted swings dangle from the tree's branches. Nestled into the crown is a ramshackle treehouse. And I can show you on the map. I think it's visible to you on the map.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Uh-huh.
There you go. All right, so you see these kids. There are 3 children playing. And as you also see there's what looks like a displacer beast, but it's definitely a kitten. It's not a full-grown displacer beast.
That's
adorable. It is they're playing with the displacer beast on the below the tree.
Do they
When
have
you-
like tiny little spiked tentacles yet?
Yeah, I think actually there's art for it too.
Oh.
While Bob finds this art, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell.
For the
Comment.
best baby Displacer Beast content.
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is so cute. Ah,
Oh,
it's so chunky. So chunky.
It's got muscles. It's got little baby muscles. I don't think I've ever seen its Displacer Beast's ears from that angle. They look kind of like almost like bat ears. It's
A little
kinda
bit,
cool.
yeah, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's what you see. You see these kids playing with it, and when you approach, Zenor calls out, "Hey guys, we got some company." And then everybody tenses up. They look at you with caution as you approach.
As
One
we
of them,
walk out with our owl bear.
yes, as you parade in with an owl bear chariot and a man made of metal.
I'm flying still. I'm
and
not.
and a flying
Separating
fairy.
myself.
One of them is recognizable. One of them is clearly Will of the Feywild. You can see Will's description on the wanted posters matches quite well. Actually, do you still have the want? I have the wanted poster just to bring it
Yeah,
up.
I have a copy.
Wasn't the description like impetuous little brat? Like,
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Yeah.
oh, okay. Will of the Wild. Oh,
Yeah, so go ahead. You can. I'll find it later. But yeah, you see the Will of the Wild, curly haired. Definitely looks like a little brat. But Will is looking at you, arms crossed as you come in. What do you say?
I will fly right up to Will and hold out my hand to shake.
Will.
And I'll say,
Yeah, go ahead.
also just say, "Hello, I'm Siggy. I'm Rowan's sister. I hear you knew him."
Yeah. I knew Rowan. He talked about a sister.
Yes, that's me.
Siggy.
Hello. Yes, that's right.
I don't believe you. He
What?
starts to
Why
kick
not?
some dirt. He starts to kick some dirt around. Why
Why
not?
don't you believe me?
Why not? Well, I don't know who you're trying to fool here, but Rowan, he said he had a twin sister.
Yes. We are twins.
And you're like practically an adult.
Oh. Insight check to see if this means that they don't grow up.
Sure,
Here?
go ahead.
Okay. Like as Dasha, I think I know that, but yeah, like Okay. 8.
No, so you wouldn't know.
No.
So you're confused by his statement.
What do you mean? I'm not an adult. I'm, I think, 15 or 16. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, you're
But he's the same
practically an
age.
adult. I bet you have a job and everything.
No, I am part of a group that likes to take things that other people earn at their jobs sometimes. But no, he's the same age as me. We are twins.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but he's like 8 years old, like me.
Last time you saw him, he was 8 years old. 8 years ago.
That would make
Nope, Nope.
Will a baby when he saw him.
nope. Will is he's about maybe 9 at this point. We don't really know
But-
how much time has passed here. We've all been trying to count days, but it's real hard when you don't have any sunsets or sun-ups.
When is the last time you saw Rowan?
He looks to the rest of the group. You can see, I'll describe the rest of the group to you at this point. The rest of you are there now as well. You see a boisterous male dwarf growing his first whiskers. This is
Aw.
Bobby. You see
Oh,
a sarcastic, ginger-haired female wood elf, and she introduced herself as Sloane, and she also chimes in. You can get her sarcastic sense of humor as she says, yeah, I bet you like pay taxes at this point.
what are taxes? I promise I'm not an adult. I don't want to be an adult. But he is my age. He is my twin. He came
He's
here
like-
about 8 years ago.
He must be like 8 or 9 years old, so I don't know who you're trying to fool.
How long have you been here?
I don't really know, but
I'm an actual adult.
I don't really know, old man, but
Yeah,
What's it to you?
Yeah, okay, boomer.
Quentin's like 25.
Okay, boomer. Yeah, you're
Quentin's
25.
younger than I am.
you are literally like, you might as well be ancient to these kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you had to estimate, 2 years, 3 years, 4.
Maybe 2 years tops. I don't know. I feel like the same, you know.
Have you have any of you gotten taller?
Yeah, I think maybe we got taller. Well, I don't know. We don't check. What's it to you?
Curious.
All right.
Siggy will look at her party kind of lost, not sure what to do because they won't believe that it's her brother.
Zenor, you vouch for these old guys? Zenor looks over. Yeah, they we met in the woods, and I don't know. She said she knew Rowan. I didn't know she was lying.
He's not lying.
Okay,
Oh, he's my
well, if-
brother.
Why don't you tell them something about Rowan that
Yeah.
only his sister would know?
Exactly. Yeah. Tell me, what's Rowan's favorite food?
Rowan's favorite food? Well,
Mhm.
we never
You
had
should
much...
know this.
Of course I know this. We didn't have much food growing up, but we did enjoy stealing candy from time to time.
What
Seems like
candy?
Not much has changed.
What candy? Will says. His eyes narrow at you.
Well,
Don't
any
worry,
candy we
Siggy,
could
you got this.
any
got this.
any candy we could get our hands on, really, but there was a shop near where we used to live in the street, and they sold candy canes, and those were fun because you could play with them too. You can make a long chain of candy canes hanging from each other, and they're tasty.
When you say the long cane part, and they can make a long cane and connect them or whatever, he mouths the same words. He doesn't say them out loud, but he mouths them, and then he's like, "How do you know that?"
Because he's my brother, you stupid.
All right, well, one more question then. One
Hey.
more question. Name Quentin's imaginary friend when he was 4 years old.
Quentin.
Quentin's imaginary.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
Quentin.
Rowan's.
I don't
You
know
wouldn't know
Quentin's
that.
imaginary.
Rowan's.
Also, I didn't have imaginary friends. I was cool.
Quentin, you
Name-
had imaginary friends.
Name Rowan's imaginary friend from when he was 4 years old.
Does Dasha know this information?
Yeah, you know it. You would know it.
Wait, Bob, is this actually something I told you at some point, or is this something that I need to make up on the
You
spot
tell
right now?
me, Dasha. You tell me.
Hang on. Let me look in my notes.
What's the
It's
name
been
of
a
his?
while.
What's the name of his imaginary friend when he was 4 years old?
Animal alliteration. It's always a good bet.
Mr. Banks.
Harry the hippo.
Mr. Banks.
It was Foxy. It was a little fox. He thought he imagined it as his little friend in the woods.
Foxy Woxy, yes.
See what?
Foxy Woxy.
Foxy
That's
Woxy.
it. Exactly.
I don't get it. How do you know this?
Because he's my brother. You're so stupid. And she'll like fly up to him and like give him a little flick on the forehead.
Punk. Ah. Hey, that's smart. All right. Listen. Don't get so upset. So you're Rowan's brother, or Rowan's sister, and you're twins, but you're 8 years apart. I don't get it. But whatever. Listen. You know where Rowan is?
No, I was hoping you could tell me that. I haven't seen him since he was stolen.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since he was stolen either. He was taken by
stolen-
Skabatha, her minions.
We did hear from that that moose snake. I don't know how else to describe it because it was a moose snake.
The Watcher.
We heard that I thought that your brother was with the other one.
Endelin
Moongrave.
Moongrave. That's what I thought too. Maybe he's
Well-
moved on.
I could tell you for sure. Skabatha took him. A man just like that, he points to Charles. Well, a creature like that, I guess, a little smaller, took him.
You leave Charles out of this. Charles does not kidnap children. I don't know what you think I am, but I'm certainly not that.
No, I don't mean that it was that one. It was smaller, but it looked like him, made of, and he bangs on his tin frame or whatever, metal frame, like this, made of this metal.
It's those tin men that the centaur mentioned.
Yeah, those tin soldiers. Well, look, if you guys are all cool, we can hang out. In fact, if you want to get Rowan back, maybe you could help us. Right, everybody? The plan still stands, right? We're gonna go break out the kids.
So you have a plan to break out the other kids at Skabatha's?
Yeah, and
I
Bobby
am
and
interested in hearing about this little general. Please tell me.
Yes, please.
Bobby,
please.
the boisterous male dwarf, he speaks up and goes, "Yeah, we're headed there to break everybody out. We're gonna bust them out of that joint. Yeah, we're gonna bust them out. Yeah.
How are you planning on doing that? I want to join. I want to help.
Well," he looks over at Sloane, the ginger-haired female wood elf. She says, "I've got an idea. All right? The hags, they love unicorns, right?"
Yes.
She looks at you all as if you should
Yeah.
just immediately
Of-
agree.
Of course they do. Who
Yes.
doesn't know that hags love unicorns?
Right.
Obviously,
Well,
I know that. Yeah,
well-
but explain it for Boomy.
I had a great idea, and she's real proud of herself. She says, "Look, if we can manage to steal a unicorn horn, we could bring it to her and trade for the kids."
So
Do
you're
you
not.
know where to find the
busting-
unicorn whore?
Yes.
Everybody knows where to find a unicorn horn, Will breaks out. And he says, "But the trick is, they're sneaky. There's a lake south of here. That's where they hang out.
Yes.
That's where they hang
yes,
out.
we were there.
Oh, you were? Oh, good. So you know where we're going then. We're going to go to the pool. we're going to sneak in, and we're going to find a unicorn and steal its horn.
You
Have
can't
you-
sneak in.
All
We
right.
tried.
There's a few things wrong with this plan. So first off,
You're
yes,
not
there's some
busting
sort
them
of
out.
enchantment. And two, you're going to attack a unicorn. It's, the horn's attached. You're going to have
Yeah.
to.
It's
Rip it
not
off
like a
or something.
pocket. Yeah, it's a part of it. It would be like stealing my arm.
Well, look,
Don't try to steal my arm.
this wasn't my idea, Sloane, the wood elf says. She says, this wasn't my idea. It came from Squirt.
Wait, who's Squirt?
Squirt.
Oh, hold on. She runs up to the tree. She starts to climb up the tree. There's like little step, ladder. It looks like a ladder has been like nailed into the steps, so she can get up to the clubhouse up top. She runs up there, and she's gone for about 30 seconds or so. While she's gone, Will says, Squirt's another friend of ours, but he kind of, he's not doing too well.
Is he
But to
sick?
be honest with you, Will, your plan has pizzazz. It's an interesting idea, but it's just not going to work. We should probably consider an alternative. I do think it's not great for kids to be held captive by a hag, but
Oh,
I
Squirt
don't think
Squirt
we
said it
should-
would work.
Well,
You
also,
should-
we just heard that all of the unicorns left. We heard that that was 10 hours ago. I don't know how long.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, it was very recently. It feels like maybe an hour and a half. I don't know why, but it feels like that.
Time works differently here.
Yeah.
Even if there is a unicorn there, and who knows, the man we talked to who told us this information was so old that he probably doesn't remember what he had for breakfast today.
That's
The
very
point is that you have to kill the unicorn to take its horn, unless you know some powerful magic.
No. Listen, hold on. And he looks up. Sloane, you got it? And she says, yeah, I got it. And she zip lines down off the rope. She swings onto the swing and hops off in a very graceful, acrobatic way. She has a backpack on her now. She takes out the backpack, opens it up, and she pulls out an oil can.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to show you the artwork here. She says, this
yes,
is
I have
Squirt.
that as well. I have one of those. Charles loves to be oiled up occasionally.
She says, no. This is, stop. Stop with this. No. She swats Charles's hand away. Charles goes to reach for the oil can. No. This is our friend, Squirt.
Please explain.
I've been here long enough. That's gonna start talking. I'm almost positive.
I'm wondering if it's going to talk or if something's going to come out of it.
No, it's nothing crazy like that. He's just alive.
What?
How?
What's
I don't know, but
saying that we're not?
We're alive too, but this Squirt's alive as well. Will goes on to explain. He says, the problem is we ran out of oil. So Squirt can't do anything.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm going to start digging through my bag, and I almost definitely have a flask of oil or something like that in there.
Sure. He says,
And
I don't know. Not going to really work. Squirt only likes certain oils. He'll put whatever oil you have. Do you have a flask of oil?
yeah,
Yeah, you'll pour in the oil in, and it fills it up for sure, and oil will squirt out of it. You're certain of it, and you even use it on Charles if you'd like.
well, Squirt, are you there?
Yeah, just like we thought. We tried some oils, but Squirt always says he needs the oils from these creatures called boggles.
Didn't we hear that those also live with Scabatha?
Yeah, that's right. We haven't had any boggle oil in a long time. So,
Make oil, or are they is it their blood? I've never encountered a boggle before.
to be honest, I'm not too sure, but we could get one and find out.
Well, it sounds more accomplishable than getting a unicorn. So
Well,
we're
listen.
in the right direction.
Squirt told us the plan. He said, if we disguise ourselves like unicorns, we'll get into the lake. And Sloane takes out a
You have a costume. don't you?
costume.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, she has a costume. The Getaway Gang fashioned a unicorn costume. It looks like it needs to be worn by, at the very least, 2 adults or 4 children walking in single file. The
I'd be
wooden
curious,
horse's
does-
head is mounted on a stick the person in the lead would need to hold up, or if it was an adult, they could use their hands to hold up.
What
Can
are
I,
the
like,
what are the
can I
two in the middle
examine
doing?
Can I examine the quality of this costume? Just
Sure.
like see what it's made out of and stuff.
Give me an investigation check, sure.
Uh, 19.
Oh yeah, you could see it. So it's like a like a Halloween costume quality a suit. It's been sewn together, just some standard cloth materials. And when you do that, you can you position it up. It does look like you need 2 adults to man it, or 4 kids. And the head, while it is wooden, it does look pretty reasonable. It looks like a unicorn. It's got a horn on it that's been carved out of wood. It looks like it's been glued to the horse's brow. Some of the glue seems to be dripping down. You also see small holes in the fabric that allow the costume's wearer to see where they're going under the covering. They're in like the chest piece so a kid could look out.
All right, this is stupid enough that part of me thinks it might actually work. Now, I still don't think we should murder a unicorn.
No, I don't think we
I
should do that
agree.
either.
Unicorns are actually quite majestic and benevolent creatures, from what I've read.
Besides, Will, you've been dealing with this hag for how long now? Years, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What makes you think that it would honor its word, or even if it did honor its word, it would just kidnap another batch of children in a week?
Well, he looks to the rest of the group and he says, I'm happy to bag that hag.
Did you just want to say that, or did you have something to back it up?
I'm a tough kid, all right? You don't know me.
You're right.
But we can see that you're tough.
Yes, you're very clearly tough. You've been living out here by yourselves and surviving for what sounds like years away from home. You have to be quite tough to endure that. And no one's doubting your strength, none of your strengths, but you have to acknowledge that a hag is not something to go. Well, it's not something to take half measures with, or go in without thinking.
All right, well, you're the adult in the room. Tell me what we do.
One, there's 2 adults here, and 2 were outside. But I think that if you can show us where we can get a boggle, perhaps we could get a boggle, get the oil, and then hear what Squirt has to say for themselves.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Listen, if we head over towards Loomlurch, we might be able to snag a boggle. The tin soldiers are easily lured away from the place. We just gotta make a distraction.
Can distract. I can fly away. They can't reach me.
But if we're gonna go to Loomlurch, isn't that gonna, blow our surprise?
What
Well, I mean, we could
surprise?
just ditch the idea of unicorn horn and just, break the kids out the old-fashioned way.
Yes, you said you want to bust them out. Let's bust them out.
And you've all been there before, right?
They all look really glum when they nod their heads. Yeah, we've been there before.
I know it would be hard going back, but if you think that you could, perhaps we could go with you and you could show us the way in and out, and we could help get all of your friends out without having to risk any of your lives.
You promise? Because a lot of adults have told us things in our lives, and they didn't follow through.
I'm gonna walk over towards Zenor.
Zenor, that's the half-orc. Yeah, she probably said that, actually.
I'm gonna take the slingshot out and just kind of get a little low and hand it to her. I promise.
Thanks, mister. She'll take her
Siggy will-
slingshot.
Siggy will whisper to Boomy. That wasn't follow through though. He said he promised he would keep it forever and never give it back. So why is he talking about follow through? He can't follow through.
I'm pretty sure he's breaking one of the Feywild rules here.
Yes.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I am just curious. Did you think there was a unicorn on that lake?
Oh, there's a unicorn there. Yeah. That's what Squirt said.
How does Squirt know?
Squirt's from here. So he knows all about thither.
Was Squirt always an oil can?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
Which oil cans don't typically talk or move. So.
You know where we are, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, but I mean, an oil can talking. That's one thing. But an oil can being from a lake that only allows unicorns. It invites questions. Why would they have an oil can?
Well, Squirt's always been real good to us, so we trust him.
How did you find Squirt? Or how did he find you?
He was in Skabatha's workshop with us.
Well, if we're going to be breaking into it, could you tell us a little bit about the place?
Oh, it's a horrible place. All the kids will commiserate and say, they'll tell you this, that basically the children that Skabatha captures, she uses them in her little sweatshop. She has a workshop that kids make all different sorts of creations for, toys and they're hideous toys, some of them. She forces them to work their little hands to the bone. And all the while, Boggles, they're like the overseers. The Boggles force them to work, and they just keep us in misery. And then they also say that she imprisons her most bad kids inside her kitchen. None of them have made it to the kitchen, but they've heard stories that the kitchen's the worst place to be.
If Rowan's gone through that, that's horrible. And I'm sorry that you all went through that. I think we need to get rid of her.
And we agree, Will says. Loomlurch is dangerous. It's pretty big. It's a big tree, bigger than Little Oak here. And it's laying over on its side. There's lots of rooms. We'll guide you. We can get you from place to place in there. But we have to save the kids. That's the goal.
Does she have any portraits, paintings?
Oh yeah,
Does she
she's got
like
lots of weird paintings all over the property. Outside, she's got a little farm. There's lots of pigs and other creatures. The tin soldiers are like the guards.
See. Well,
Do you want to?
let's-
How do we do this tomorrow? Sloan will say. Do we need the unicorn costume anymore?
I mean, why don't you hold on to that? You put a lot of hard work into it. And we could perhaps go tomorrow then. Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, maybe
All
we
right.
can rest. Everyone can rest up and make sure we're at full strength for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, tonight we're actually making s'mores.
Oh,
Heal.
More of what?
Perfect.
yes.
Some more of what? Yeah. Here, come on up to the treehouse. Little Oak, is that all right? The tree lifts itself up off the ground and turns around you can see that it's got a face now protruding from like a nub in the trunk. And Little Oak nods, shaking all the branches, and leaves start to fall a little bit. And then it rests itself down again and allows you to climb up its ladders up top to the treehouse.
Really hope you have your furniture bolted down.
The tree lets everyone up except Quentin.
Yeah. I will describe the treehouse if you'd like to go up there.
Yeah, Siggy's in immediately.
Yeah, so you fly up. The rest of you climb up. You can go up to There's a trap door underneath, and the floor of the treehouse is covered with blankets, cushions, and piles of straw, hanging from the 6-foot-high ceiling. So it's pretty low ceiling. So I guess Charles may not be good up here. Maybe he'll wait down at the bottom. Boomy, you're
He
pretty
should
tall,
wait with
right?
the owlbear. He should wait with the
Yeah.
owlbear.
True. Charles will wait with the owlbear. Boomy, you're pretty tall, right?
Yeah, I would say around probably just under 6.
So
around
you're
6
gonna
feet.
have to. Yeah, it's like your head touches the ceiling practically.
This is like perfect height for Siggy. This is like normal.
Yeah.
All right,
Level up,
Charles. Just give me a shout if something unusual happens.
He salutes. I said that there's a 6-foot-high ceiling, right? But the rope hanging from the ceiling has baskets that hold all sorts of foods: apples, berries, sugar cane, crumpled up sheets of. There are crumpled up sheets of parchment in one corner, and you also see a cushion that they rest the rusty oil can squirt on. It looks like that's his that's his cushion on the couch, right? That's his spot. They put him there, and she'll take the unicorn costume that they have. Sloane lays it out. You also, actually, I forgot to tell you this. It's polka dotted. The quilts that they made it out of are polka dotted.
Oh.
So, yeah, she throws that in the corner as well. Yeah, you see that the crumpled up pieces of parchment, when you get close enough, they are wanted posters. There must be a dozen of them here, crumpled up, and they say Will of the Wild is wanted.
Where did Rowan sleep?
Oh, we all just kind of sleep wherever we want, but he liked to take that corner. And they point to the southeast corner.
Siggy will kind of flutter over there and kind of sit on the ground, crisscross applesauce style.
Nice. Yeah, you get a sense of your brother. A familiar feeling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they say we could plan here. We'll make some s'mores, and in the morning we head to Loom Lurch.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep, sounds good.
Now you promise us, especially you adults, Quentin and Oscar. This is Will speaking. You promise us that the kids come first.
Without a doubt, certainly.
And it doesn't matter. Anything else might happen. Rescuing the kids is going to be our priority. You're not going to, in the middle of a fight or something, say, we got to do something else.
And my only priority now.
All right. We're counting on you.
Likewise.
And then Will will go over and kind of be more relaxed. He takes off his stressed tone and he'll get ready for s'mores. Do you have any other questions for the Getaway Gang before we break for tonight?
As Siggy sits there, she remembers that she did have another thing she needed to do at Scabbatha's place. Otherwise, she has sold her soul to Bevlorna. But she's going to keep that to herself.
The picture frame, you mean?
Sorry?
The picture of her sister?
Yes.
Right. You need to get a picture of Scabbatha and the portrait and bring that to Bevlorna at some point to get your freedom as well as perhaps Boppy's life back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, remember, if it comes to getting that picture or saving the children, you have made a promise to these kids. Just letting you know that.
Quentin
That's what-
was
that's the way they feel.
100% serious.
That's the way they feel. You go with that, Dasha?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, I think that's where we'll stop tonight. Seems like an appropriate stopping point.
Is there time for me to do one more thing?
Sure. What do you want to
It would be at some point during the time that everybody's like, well, I imagine there's no campfire in this tree house.
do? No, they're gonna do it outside. Yeah.
But like throughout the night when everyone is having some light revelry, I think at one point after very in spirit of being around like a campfire or camping, Quentin has been tuning his lyre for a long portion. It's like ding, ding, not quite ding, ding. Yeah, and for a while he's kind of been doing that, and at a certain point he'll like come over and sit. Well, I want to thank you, Getaway Gang. You've impressed, and not just in your hospitality, but in your gumption, your survival, your moxie, whatever you want to call it. You've got it. And we had a friend that also had those qualities. The reason that we're going after Scabatha is in part because of him. We owe him a debt, and the only way to repay it is going after Scabatha. And
She kidnapped a friend of yours too?
no, her sister. Well, let's just say we met her sister at great cost.
Did you
Siggy's
say
looking at
Bavlorna?
him like,
No,
Did you say
yeah,
Bavlorna?
he went Bavlorna. Yes.
Did
we
you say
met
that
them.
or no?
He said sister.
Sister. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. He didn't say Bavlorna. I thought you were. I thought they asked Bavlorna. No, he just said sister. We met her sister at great cost. But those that are lost are never forgotten. Whether they are a mile away, a plane of existence away, or even further, they're not forgotten. So, I wanted to acknowledge that. And he starts playing his lyre in like a very soft tone and just kind of softly sings, Boppy the two-fisted hare, he had much to say, mostly swears. He felled every enemy, protected every friend. He fought with great honor until the very end. Would play a little bit longer. Though he is gone, he shall not be forgot. We go on in his name to seek what he sought. With the pierce of our steel or the cast of our spells, in our hearts forever Boppy dwells. He would just play it continuously softly and kind of eventually stop.
You know, I forgot to really chime in with Lemon, but Lemon would definitely be in the corner, teary-eyed.
oh,
Quentin, that was the nicest song you've ever played. It was a little out of key, but it's all right.
Haven't had much tea and honey for a while.
No, it's all right. It's the thought that counts. You'll get better.
Yes. Sure, I will.
Lemon loves the Getaway Gang, and she loves the treehouse. Makes her feel right at home, and she's digging into the s'mores. She's probably the size of like a s'more, so she really enjoys herself.
do they think she's an adult or a child?
They're cool with Lemon, even if she's
They're
an
cool
adult.
with
She's like the cool aunt. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Randall, great song, and I think even in the chat, awesome Quentin cheer going on. Joseph, thank you. You deserve it, Randall. That was a good one. That didn't come in. That took a minute to write, I assume.
Yeah, it took a little bit.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it was
do.
very-
I did have it last time, which I thought we were gonna have a nice like quiet camp at the water, but I think that with the getaway gang, it was better.
Yeah, it was a perfect moment. A good way to end a great stream. Everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you to the YouTube chat, Twitch chat for keeping us company. Don't forget, if you'd like to see more D&D content, you can subscribe to the channel on YouTube as well as on Twitch. If you'd like to support the channel in a more direct way, got links to Patreon, Ko-fi, and the merch shop down below. Also, links to all of the things that we use on stream, whether it's tabletop audio, the printable heroes tokens, or any tokens that we have for the players. Check all the links down below. Lots of good stuff there for you and your D&D game. We'll be back here in 1 week on Tuesday. May 24th is the next game. Wow. Getting through May here, huh? And everything else I talked about, links are down in the description. And yeah, join us in Discord. Let's chat about this lovely game we got going on here. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the tabletop. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.